Hey, vinyl friends and vinyl community, it's Brian from Brian's Vinyl Records, and I'm here with another installment of Vinyl Editions. This is episode, I believe, number 9. We're almost into the double digits of vinyl editions. It's kind of exciting for me. First and foremost, I want to thank everybody who's subscribed to the channel so far. We went over 60. Seems like that's not a lot, but 60 is a lot to me. So thank you all for subscribing and watching these videos. So I hope you're enjoying the Vinyl Editions installment, and I want to also thank everybody who took the time to watch my Artist Spotlight series on AC/DC, where I went through my AC/DC catalog for you guys. That has become one of my most watched videos, so very excited about that, and there will be more of those coming in the near future, so look forward to that. But anyway, today is all about the vinyl records that have become new to my collection. So when we get back from the break, I'm going to show you a stack of albums that have recently been added to my collection. Alright, welcome back. So, this episode is going to be fun because I got a mixture of used vinyl and some new vinyl that I picked up over the last couple weeks. The first two that I'm going to show you came from Half Price Books, which is a great place to go looking for records. A lot of times you can find some really good deals from Half Price Books. Sometimes they overcharge on certain things, but yeah, it's kind of a give and take. What's nice is that when we go there, I get a discount from them because my wife is a teacher, so that comes into handy and kind of offsets some of the higher prices that they have. They're never usually a ton off, but they can be on the high end at certain things, and other things you get a good deal. So I got two albums here to start with from Bob Dylan, which is an artist from my home state, so everybody loves Bob Dylan here. Well, not everybody, but most people. And so I've been starting to collect a lot of the Bob Dylan albums lately when I see them for a good price, and these came into that category of a good price. Unfortunately, one of them has a little bit of an issue, and I will have to replace, and that's this one here. This is 1963's Bob Dylan. It's the Freewheelin' Bob Dylan. And, I mean, it sounds really good except for two spots. The first song has some noise on it because there's some scratches in there that are pretty bad. And then on the third song, there's a spot where it skips. Now, I cleaned these up yesterday with the spin clean and a vinyl vac, and I haven't listened to it again yet to see, but I mean, the scratches look pretty bad where I think it's going to affect it anyway. But kind of cool. It's a great album, and I really enjoyed listening to it. And aside from the one skip, the noise doesn't bother me as much, but the one skip, I'll have to do something every time that happens. But aside from that, the album is really in really good shape. Side 2 is perfect, and really cool to add. So Bob Dylan, the Freewheelin' Bob Dylan, 1963. And the second one is this one, Bob Dylan. This is called Nashville Skyline. This is from, I believe, 1969, 8 or 9? 69 is what my notes say. So this is fun. This has Lay Lady Lay on it. It was kind of his attempt to go into country type music, which, you know, folk music and country music go together, so it's not that big of a difference from what he was doing. But it's definitely got a more country feel to it. Fun album, and what's really cool about this is I don't know if they noticed this when they put it together, but it came with 2 copies of the album. So I got 2 vinyl in here. Same album, different pressings though, so that's kind of cool. One of them was Santa Maria pressing, and the other one was a Terre Haute pressing. Both of them are from 1969, so that's cool too. One of them is in great shape. The other one is in pretty good shape, but there's some superficial scratches on there. I listened to the Terre Haute pressing version of it so far, and that one has a little bit of noise. But again, I cleaned these up yesterday with a spin clean and vinyl vacuum, and we'll see how that turns out. But a good album, Bob Dylan, Nashville Skyline. All right, this one also came from Half Price Books, and I got this for one song and one song only. But this is a classic from Styx. This is Kilroy Was Here, and of course I wanted to get it for Mr. Roboto. So this is kind of fun. This is in really good shape, and I think I paid like $5 for it, so not bad. I'm sure I could have got it cheaper elsewhere, but it's in really good shape. The cover is actually in really good shape. Everything looks pretty solid, not too much damage, no splits or anything like that, so a good deal. So Styx Kilroy Was Here. And the last one I got from Half Price Books is a Who album. So I never really listened to the Who, and I came across on a 99-cent sale the Who, I think it was Who Are You, and picked that up. And then I really enjoyed it. Now, I know a lot of Who songs, I think everybody does, but I never really got into them. So then I saw this, I think this was $3 at Half Price Books. So I said, what the heck? I picked it up, and it's pretty fun too. Fun album. This one is called Face Dances by the Who. It's from the 80s, I think 81. But yeah, so I got 2 Who albums now. All right, the next album I got from a gentleman who I know online who is selling some records, and I thought, well, what the heck? This looked pretty fun. I don't have this one. I never heard this album before. There's a song on here called Slip of the Lip that I actually knew from radio play back in the day. So I knew that song, but everything else was pretty much new to me on this. This is called Dancing Undercover by Rat. It is from 1986. So I have 2 Rat albums so far. The Cellar one and I can't remember. It's the 2 more common Rat albums. But figured I'd add this one to my collection as well. It's in really great shape. The vinyl is VG Plus, and the cover is in VG shape. Not bad, but very good. And the other one I got from the same gentleman. I've been collecting a lot of this gentleman's albums lately. This is Willie Nelson's Red-Headed Stranger. This is probably one of his more famous albums that a lot of people who have Willie albums have. I hadn't had it yet, and so this one is in just almost perfect condition. It's VG Plus on the vinyl and the cover. Everything looks great on here, and it sounds really awesome. So really excited to add this. I've been adding most of his more recent albums to my catalog. I did pick up Always on My Mind at an estate sale, so I'm starting to fill in some of the older Willie Nelson catalog as well, and they all sound really good. So he knows what he's doing when he's recording albums. All right, the next set of albums that I'm going to show are albums that I got that are brand new. A couple of them I picked up from Amazon on sale, and I'm really excited about that. This is The Essential Stevie Ray Vaughan. Stevie Ray Vaughan is one of my dad's favorite guitar players, and with good reason. I mean, the guy is an amazing, amazing guitar player. And I've been looking for something Stevie Ray Vaughan. I didn't really want to collect his whole catalog because I do like him a lot, but he's got a big enough catalog where I just didn't want to go, and they're usually not that cheap. So I've been looking for something of a hits package from him, and then this showed up on Amazon on sale, and it was like $20, so it's not a deep discount on it, but for $20 to get all of the big songs from Stevie Ray Vaughan in one package was well worth it to me. And this thing sounds awesome. The vinyl is a little like, it's not the best. It's got a little bit of a warp on it, and one of the vinyls has really sharp edges, like they didn't cut it well enough, but it sounds amazing. So I'll take the cosmetic look to an amazing sounding record any day. So Stevie Ray Vaughan and the Double Trouble, the Essential Collection. This is pretty good. This other one I got, next two I got from a trip to one of my favorite local record stores down the valley. And I went there to I went and bought 2 albums there. And actually I'm missing one that I want to show you, and I'll have to find that. But this is the first one. I picked up 2 albums from this artist to kind of help finish out my catalog of his. So this might be an artist spotlight at some point. But here's Eric Church's Carolina. And what's cool about this one is it comes on really sweet looking yellow transparent vinyl. So really cool. Carolina, a great album. And then I also picked up the classic from Eric Church, Chief, which is probably one of his best albums. I love a lot of Eric Church albums, but this is just a classic, and it comes on the nice, cool red vinyl. So that's really fun. This one has all the big ones: Drink in My Hand, Creep In, like Jesus Does, Homeboy, Springsteen. Just one of his more classic, iconic albums. So happy to pick this up as well. This next one I got on Amazon. I ordered it back in April, and it was on a very low price for this album. This album usually costs around $40, and Amazon had it down below $20, and so I hopped on it. The only caveat was it wasn't in stock, so I had to wait until it came back in stock. So I said that's fine, and it took April, so it's now June, middle of June. It took almost 2 months to get here, but couldn't be more happy. This is Memoirs of a Madman. It's kind of like a best of Ozzy Osbourne solo stuff, and the reason I really wanted this is because it has songs from the later albums: No More Tears, The Ozman Cometh, all those later albums that just are hard to get on vinyl or cost a fortune to own. And so I wanted to get some of those songs on vinyl while I wait for a hopeful reissue from Ozzy and Sharon of the 90s and up catalog. Please reissue these guys. But while we wait, I've got this to tide me over. It's got No More Tears on it. It's got Road to Nowhere on it. It has Perry Mason on it. It has Mama, I'm Coming Home on it. It has I Just Want You. It has Gosh Gets Me Through and Changes. And I mean, it's got just great songs that I can't afford to have on vinyl right now. So to have them in one collection, and also with this, they remastered all of the tracks from the older albums as well, and they sound awesome. So this is well worth the, I think, $19 or whatever I paid for it just to have this. So I'm going to pause now and come back because there's one more album that I want to show you that I got from the Down the Valley store as well. So give me a second. I'll be right back, and I'll show you the final album of this week's final editions. Okay, sorry about that. I'm back. I found the album. I had it out in the other room for some reason. I did a lot of cleaning last night to get the records ready for play, but I also found two more albums that I got recently as well. This one I picked up from Down the Valley, classic Survivor, Eye of the Tiger. I got this because, well, it's Eye of the Tiger. Who doesn't need Eye of the Tiger in their life? Plus, my wife really digs that song, so I figured, I think I paid like $4 for it, so worth every penny. I haven't listened to it yet. I'm going to pop this on today and give it a spin because, why not? It's Eye of the Tiger. And then Bonnie Raitt. I've been collecting a lot of hers, and I found this one out in the wild as well. This is called Home Plate. Looking forward to listening to this. Become a big Bonnie Raitt fan. So, really enjoying her stuff. I got a lot of the older stuff she does. And now, the coup de grace. This is what I went out to get at Down the Valley this week and came back with more than I went to go for. But that's what happens when we go to the record store, right? So this one's cool. This is a band that my brother-in-law has gotten me into, and I have only got one of their albums, their more recent album, on vinyl. And I saw that this was posted, that it was coming out Friday. I looked all around and nobody had it, but then I got an email from my local Down the Valley record store, which I'm really excited about, that said they had it. So I messaged them and asked them what the price was, and they told me what it was, and I said, well, that's cool. I only have seen this available on their band's own website. This is The Devil Makes 3, and it's called Live at the Mystic Theater, Stomp and Smash and Slash and Crash and Bash and Bust and Burn. And it's a live album from 2011, but it's got some really cool tracks on here. I'm really excited to listen to it because, like I said, I don't have their back catalog yet. I'm trying to get good deals on them, find them, and purchase them that way. So keep looking for that. But since this is one that you only see available on their website, I figured, what the heck, on their website it's $20. At my local store it was $22. I figured with shipping and everything else it was a wash, so I might as well pick it up there. So I'm excited to have this. This is one of my first listens to today, and it comes on a really cool looking clear vinyl. So Devil Makes Three. If you like folky, alt country type music, this is good stuff right here. All right, so that's going to do it for this week's Vinyl Editions. That was a lot, and I apologize for that, but I wanted to kind of catch up on some of the things that have been kind of sitting there for a while, and then I just had a real great time this last weekend getting a few vinyl records as well. So really excited about that. I hope you enjoyed the show. If you liked this episode, if you liked the channel, please hit the subscribe button. Please give us a thumbs up and leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Are there albums in here that you need or want? Anything about the bands that I showed, just leave a comment. Love to hear from you guys. Thank you so much, Vinyl Community, for all the support, and I look forward to producing much more content for you to watch. Thanks again, and until next time, keep spinning, vinyl friends.